question is, can or does the right to have rights undermine or at least problematize the sovereign exception, or make impossible the sovereign exception, or is it in its own way a sovereign or singular exception?
No, this has nothing to do with Carl Schmitt, and accordingly nothing with George R. Gumman's thoughts on the state of exception. What I've tried to point out is that the human rights, as declared at the end of the 18th century, are structured in such a way that the sovereignty of man there puts itself in the state of accepting itself from itself. So this is a formula of schizophrenia, if you want. It's a psychotic state of affairs. And accordingly, it's an exception, not so much to the rule, but to the very essence of man. Yeah? Man is, according to the analysis offered by Marx, and which I still find very convincing today, being against itself, being accepted from itself, and therefore being against itself. And as he puts the Christianity of democracy and the sovereignty of man as a divine being, that touches really this exception, or this split, this exception from itself, in itself. The split touches upon all the layers, from theological definition through political, through social, and legal definitions and self-determinations. And this is a very, very peculiar thing, because Marx connects it also with the movement of difference introduced by capitalism. Yeah? So the whole trajectory really, already at that time, depends on the essence of difference introduced by capital, which is widened and broadened and deepened throughout the following century. I don't want to delve into this Carl Schmittian definition of the state of exception and the state of the sovereign that declares.
But it is.
I don't find it very, very, very helpful.
But it is
this
not.
Has been issued 80 years ago.
The background is not this. The background, let me tell you, is Derrida's EGS workshop in April, where he also, among other things, discussed the good sovereign. The good sovereign he brought together is who can pardon the unpardonable, who can give somebody who is sentenced to death pardon this.
Oh, I see.
And we have it on tape. We got him to accept that the only sovereign is me, and there's no other sovereign. I can only pardon myself and do the unpardonable here. And I think in this way, I'm really claiming my right to rights. That could be another way to say the same thing. There is an absolute thing in it. Yeah. So I don't think that is Smith on also Agamben has kind of in EGS in August, which went away from Carl Schmitt.
Giorgio is a very good friend, but
it's not right. But in this point, he has developed maybe because of your criticism. So in this respect, good. Anyone of my blind side? No. Okay. Lemire on my blind side. You are the last one. Yes.
Actually, I don't know if I should be the last one because I have a somewhat attractive question.
Doesn't matter.
You're talking about a system of difference, and which sort of it implies and crosses out on itself maybe, and it sort of includes freedom. And you talk about Mars, and I was really curious as to what is your opinion upon human rights in Cuba.
Oh, this is very practical.
I don't know enough about Cuba.
Human rights, so
you have to fill me in.
Sort of the right for freedom in Cuba.
There's human rights. There in the no. That's an easy question to answer. He answered it. They write it in the constitution and they don't follow up. So if you are an enemy of the state for whatever reasons, they put you in prison, forget your rights. Because the right of the state, the civil rights, the political right, always trumps your right. And now you have to be in prison and say, but my right is to deny your rights. My right is to rights I like to live with, not the rights you give me. And rights is nothing to be given. Rights is something you generate. So, thank you very much.